Hi, junior high. I hope you're all well. I'm doing pretty all right. Today is Wednesday, April 1st, and it's a beautiful day outside. So I hope you all get outside and play today too. I'm going to try to get a bike ride in today or work out with my fiance. And today I want to focus on some scales, as always, but I also have a sheet called Open String Warmup, and there will be a link in the description to Open String Warmup. I think some of you have this, but not all of my junior high students do. And it's self-explanatory because it's just open strings, but at the same time you have to use some quite difficult techniques with the right hand. So good luck. I'm just going to play it all the way through. If you don't have it now, please pause the video. Please pause the video and go try to find a way to get it. You can print it, you can bring it up on another device. It kind of works on a phone, but it's much better through a laptop computer or a tablet. Okay, here is the open string warm-up. I'll stop for a moment after each section. Here's the first one. Control your bow speed so that the 8-beat note, the last note, is consistent all the way through with the slow bow. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Moving on, here's measure number 6. You have to keep your right arm super relaxed to get these 16th notes to go taka 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 1 e and a 2 e and a 3 e and a 4 e and a. Here we go. 1, 2, ready and a go. And make sure you only play 16 16th notes in that last measure. Don't bleed over into the next measure. Moving on to measure 9. 1, 2, measure 9. That one's great for bow control and keeping it consistent all the way from the tip to the frog. And then the next one, it's all about the dynamics. Exaggerate it in such a way that somebody that knows nothing about music could go, oh, that was cool when you went really, really quiet, and then when you grew in that one measure, and then you backed off. Here we go, 17. 1 and 2 and 17. The next one is all about articulations. Staccato. It means there's space between the notes. Don't make it too short, just a little space between the note. Tenuto means to hold it. You hold it for its full value and as long as possible. And accent, we hit the accents. 22. 1 and 2 and ready and go and. The next one is about string crossings. I recommend, so we all start on the D string, but I recommend you're on the A side of your D string. So you could be on your D string and be close to the G string to make it easier to go to the G string, or you could be on the D string a little bit closer to the A string to make it easier to get there. Here we go. 27 on the A side of the D string and on the D side of the A string, so it's easy to go back and forth. 1, 2, 27. That measure 29 is tough. Da, it's a really fast, really controlled string crossing. It's hard not to squeak on that one. Next up is 32. It's all about slurring between the strings. And when you slur during a string crossing, don't just go, try to make it into a curve, so it just blends into the next sound. It's not but it 32, 1 and 2, ready, go. Now one more. Watch out for your rhythm in 39, the third bar. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 3 and 1. Check out that rhythm again. Here's 39. I'm gonna say it. Try to say it with me. Ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 3 and 1. Again, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 3 and 1. Okay, here we go. Last line of the open string warm up. 1 and 2 and ready, go. Watch your bowing in that penultimate measure, measure 40. Penultimate means the one before the last one, sorry. In measure 40, it's down, up, up, down. So do you have any questions about that? Send me a message through Remind or email or Google Classroom. And then now that our open strings, and now that our right hand is warmed up, let's get some scales for our left hand. How about a 2-octave G scale? Let's do 2 clicks per note. Ready, go now. A 2-octave C scale. Here we go. Ready and go now. A weird one. How about a B flat scale? B flat, just 1 octave. We all start on the G string. 2, 4, open, low 1, 2, 4, open, low 1 for cellos, and then for violas and violins, starts on the G string. Low 2, 3, open, low 1, low 2, 3, open, da 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 dee da da da. For basses, it starts on the A string with low 1. 1, 4, open, 1, 4, open, 2, 3, sorry, 4 at the top. 4, 2, 0, 4, 1, 0, 4, 1. B flat scale, here we go. Let's do 3 clicks per note for the first time through. 1, ready, go. And now 2 clicks per note. 1, 2, ready, go. click per note. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, well, how much time do we have? We're looking at 10 minutes, 10 and a half minutes into the video. Let's move on to a part of Star Wars and then go to Raspberry Ramble, please. So, Star Wars. I know I want to hit measure 18. I know we've played that before, but it's just a tough measure that needs drilling. So let's play it with the correct notes and the correct rhythm, but let's play it slow. Da 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 dee da da da. The click is the 8th note, and it should sound like this. Okay, let's try it all together. I'll play with the first violins this time. 1 and 2, ready, go now. Now I'll play with the second violins. 1 and 2, ready, go now. Now I'll play with the violas. 1 and 2, ready, go now. Now I'll play with the cellos and the basses. They have the same part. 1 and 2, ready, go now. So for all of us, this is just part of a G minor scale. If you play those notes and go from one G to the next, you have your G minor scale. I think it sounds pretty cool. So now let's bump it up just a little bit. Bum 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 ba dum bum bum ba yum bum bum ba dum bum ba. Here we go. 1 and 2, ready, go, and again. 1 and 2, ready, go now. Again, 1 and 2, ready, go now. 1 and 2, ready, go now. 1 and 2, ready, go now. And then now, even faster, probably close to full speed. Bum 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 ba-dum bum beep bum 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 ba-dum bum beep bum. Keep that 16th note extra short. Do not turn it into a triplet. Bum bum beam ba da dee da 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 da. Here we go. 1 and 2, ready, go, and again. 1 and 2, ready, go, and 1 and 2, ready, go, and 1 and 2, ready, go, and. So the other spot that I'd like to check here is at 12, because there's a really tough part for the violins, and the violas have some some funky notes in there. Okay, from measure 12, let's just go from the downbeat of 12. I'll play the cello part first. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 12, go. to the first violin part, and I'll actually play it the violin. Here's 12. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. I messed up a little bit there. I'll do that again for you. Here's 12, and whatever your part is at 12, please keep playing it with me. Or if you'd like to figure out somebody else's part, that could be fun too, if this is too boring for you. But here's 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure you have that low 4 measure 18 first violins. And now I'll play the second violin's part. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Now do that again for them. 1 and 2, 12, go. 1. And now I'll move on to the viola part. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's alright. Viola clef. Here's 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the bass part, let me get back to cello. Here's 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think another spot that we have to touch specifically is measure 15 and 16 for the seconds and the first violins. If you're not a second or a first, I challenge you to try to learn this on your instrument. I'll actually play it on the cello so that you can see a different way to play it. But the second violin part will sound like this. I'm gonna slow it down. Here we go. 1, 2, second violins, go. So it's got some weird notes in there. F, F sharp, G, F sharp, E, F sharp, G, G sharp, A, G natural, F sharp, D, D, E flat. So it has some weird notes in there. The first violins actually have the exact same notes, just an octave higher. So now I'd like everybody to try to play that weird melody. It's actually a background counter melody part that starts in measure 15. Join me. 1, 2, 15, go. I'll go a little bit faster. I'll try to play it higher for the first violins. 3, 4. now a little faster. This time, make sure you get those crescendos. Da, 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 dee, da, 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 dum, bum, ba-dum. Good luck, everybody. 1, 2, ready, 15. And again, a little faster. 1, 2, ready, go. And then full speed. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. One more piece. Please turn to Raspberry Ramble. I just want to check a few spots. Stop. There it is. All right, raspberry. All right, the cellos have it, and the basses do too. Everybody, I'd like for you to play your part at F. The cellos and basses have a funky, difficult melody. I have my metronome set to 100 for the quarter note, not the half note like it should be for cut time. Okay, everybody, here's F. 1 and 2 and ready, go. Cellos, that's tough. It's got high fours on the G string. And basses, I think you might have an option to play. Yeah, you have an option to play lower notes. Make sure you can play the lower note version before you attempt to play the version where you have to shift up your G string to those with your probably fourth finger. Yeah, with your fourth finger. So cellos, that's tough. Go ahead and rewind if you need more help on that one. And then violins and violas, we need to look at the end of Raspberry Ramble. Alright, first violin. Okay, here's I. I'd like almost all of my violin players to play the bottom line, because if everybody's playing the high version where they shift up to the D, it won't sound very good. I'd like maybe 1 or 2 to play all the way up high, but almost everybody else to play the version down there. All right, I can read. Here's I. Let's go slow first, because these tiny notes are a little hard to read. Let's go note by note at I. This is just for the violins and the violas. 1 and 2 and I and go and. And again, same thing. I'll switch over to the second violin part because it's almost the same thing. Here's I, ready, and go, and. And again, ready, and go, and. second violin has a note even higher than the first violins there. And then violas, let me hear your last two measures. Here it is in slow motion. 1, 2, ready, go. And then violas, while I have you, let's check the measure that's 2 before E. It will sound like this in slow motion. Make sure your third finger scoots back. Da 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 da. And I think I had one on this spot. Violins. Find all violins. Please find the second bar of G. Second bar of G. In slow motion, it sounds. Again, ready, go. Ooh, scooch right there. What does that look like for the seconds? Here it is again. Now play the second part. 1, 2, 6, ready, go. And again, ready, go. Okay, so those are some tough spots. I'd like for you to excuse me, I can't talk today. Keep working on those spots, but also don't forget about our other pieces. Okay, I hope you all practice today, but I hope you also get outside because it's really, really nice out. Bye. I miss you all. Hope to see you soon.